The African continent has the most underreported and least commercially visible pro wrestling scene in the world. This is an undeniable fact, but one that may be slowly changing. With the WWE beginning to invest in the African market and African talent, it's not hard to envision that the continent's wrestlers and fans will begin to get more press coverage, more visibility, and more resources sent their way. Whether or not that will lead to more international wrestling promotions expanding their reach on the continent remains to be seen, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. Now that there has been some more mainstream focus on pro wrestling in Africa, let's take a look at the scene in the world's second largest continent as we head into 2023. We'll introduce you to some of the continent's top champions, talk some of the top stories in African pro wrestling in 2022, introduce you to some of the continent's promotions, and more. Africa's pro wrestling champions. In some of the most popular regions for pro wrestling in Africa, champions are determined by geographical area. For example, each city and even many neighborhoods in both the Democratic Republic of the Congo and Republic of the Congo have their own champions. Since this is the case, we won't be able to feature all of the continent's pro wrestling champions in this piece, but we'll do our best to share some of the top title holders in the region. Mighty Man, National Heavyweight Champion, Nigeria Pro Wrestling Federation. Defeated the Great Mosendo at the National Security, Peace, and Unity Pro Wrestling Championship in Abuja, Nigeria on June 13, 2021 to become the first NPWF national champion since 2018 when all titles were declared vacant by new management. Mighty Man would later add to his championship belt collection at the NPWF 40th anniversary event in Lagos on November 21st, 2021, after winning the Eze Dr. Uche Agenti International Heavyweight Championship in a ladder match against Super Roscoe. Michel Noudem, African Heavyweight Champion, Pro Wrestling Africa. Le Matricure defeated Mr. Peace, Power Lee of Nigeria and Yaoundé, Cameroon to become the second heavyweight champion of the Continental promotion on April 30th, 2021 at the Battle of Yaoundé 2021. Noudem's victory came via a referee's decision, putting an end to Power Lee's 6-year reign as the PWA's first African heavyweight champion in front of his hometown fans in Cameroon's capital. The Wolf NDA, African Middleweight Champion, Pro Wrestling Africa. The middleweight champion of Africa's continental promotion also hails from Cameroon, giving the Central African nation a stranglehold on the PWA's top titles. The Wolf oozes charisma and is loved by crowds everywhere he goes. His title defenses against Buffalo, also from Cameroon, were some of the wildest brawls seen in recent African pro wrestling memory. The Wolf has recently brought his craft to the United States, successfully defending the PWA Middleweight Championship multiple times on the Texas indie scene and scooping up a couple of new titles, including the America's Academy of Pro Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship and the Texas Wrestling Alliance Texas Championship over the last year. Congo King, All Africa Heavyweight Champion, Africa Wrestling Alliance. Congo King of the Democratic Republic of the Congo has been reigning as the top champion of South Africa's AWA since March 2019. His second title defense against Mike Zander was part of the first African pro wrestling event to be streamed live on Fight TV, AWA House of Pain, and is still available on the platform. Mr. Wrestling, CPW World Champion, Champions Pro Wrestling. The longest reigning world champion in CPW history. The South African company, formerly known as World Wrestling Professionals, is also popular in India. CPW is planning a big 2023, and Mr. Wrestling is in line to make some tough title defenses as challengers are beginning to line up. Safrane, Champion of Congo Classic Style, Fico Lusaf. Safrane became the national champion of the Republic of the Congo on April 28, 2022, by claiming the vacant title after defeating Aquila. In the Republic of the Congo, wrestling is broken up by geographical district and by two styles, and a national federation will sanction wrestlers, champions, and matches. The top Fico-Lusaf title represents the whole country in two different styles of wrestling: classic style pro wrestling and African style, sometimes known as voodoo wrestling or catch fetiche. Safrane is expected to defend his title belt in early 2023 against RTGA, the former champion of Brazzaville, at the Nicole Oba Gymnasium in Brazzaville. Animal Lion, Fukoca champion of Kinshasa, classic style. Fukoca. Animal Lion became the Fédération Congolaise de Catch, or Congolese Wrestling Federation, champion of Kinshasa, the capital and largest city in the DRC, in classic style on October 15, 2022, after defeating Goldberg, DRC, in a championship final. The self-proclaimed Undertaker of Africa spent the first month of the year preparing to head into the Congolese National Championship, which was set for January 16th to the 18th, shot at becoming the champion of Congo in classic style. The DRC has a similar system to its neighbor in the Republic of the Congo, where a governing body sanctions wrestlers and matches, but champions are crowned based on geographical district, and wrestlers from local clubs battle it out for the regional titles. The championship belt system is unique as well, with reigning champions forced to vacate and regain their belt at yearly district or nationwide championship events, depending which title is on the line. With his new status as champion of Kinshasa, Animal Lion was a major contender heading into the Fukoca National Championship to determine the champion of the Congo in classic style, but was unable to advance past the semifinal. Queen Shakira, Fukoca Women's Champion, Fukoca. La Reine Shakira, French for Queen Shakira, is the undisputed women's champion of Congolese wrestling. Recognized as the Fukoca Women's Champion, Shakira is one of the most popular wrestlers in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The Kinshasa-based wrestler is a master in the catch fetiche or voodoo wrestling style, but is also proficient in the ring as a technician and is capable of taking on a lot of punishment before dishing out some of her own. Shakira has been featured in Vice documentaries, has a growing fan base outside of the Congo, and is an esteemed figure who has visited with government dignitaries and often holds leadership roles in the Kinshasa-based catch clubs she wrestles and trains with. 6 Bolit, Fukoca champion of Kinshasa in Congolese style, and Fukoca champion of Congo in Congolese style. Fukoca. 6 Bolit has recently become a double champion. On October 15, 2022, he won the Fukoca Kinshasa Championship in Congolese style and then defeated the Massive Elephant in the National Championship final at YMCA Stadium in Kinshasa on January 18, 2023. The masked wrestler is adored by the fans, always brings high energy to the ring, and is a high-quality grappler, but also possesses the magical abilities to thrive in the Congolese style as well. Samson, Fukoca champion of the Congo, classic style. Fukoca. Samson won the champion of the Congo title in the classic style category at the Fukoca National Championship event that took place over a 3-day period between January 16th and 18th. To gain the title belt, Samson advanced to the championship final, where he defeated former champion of Kinshasa in classic style, Goldberg. Samson sports long braids and is a solid technician in the ring, and has mastered several reversals and rolls that he used to defeat Goldberg and overcome his power. Ebéndé Molasso, Fico-Lusaf champion of Brazzaville, classic style. Fico-Lusaf. Sometimes also referred to as Tramontina, Ebéndé won the Fico-Lusaf Brazzaville Championship in classic style at the Departmental Championship in September 2022 after defeating Obus in the championship final. He also had success wrestling in Le Unco, where he is undefeated. He plays the role of a monster or an uncontrollable wild man as he's escorted everywhere he goes by handlers who keep him locked up in chains due to his extremely dangerous and unpredictable nature. One of his signature moves includes breaking a cinder block with a sledgehammer as it lies across his opponent's chest. That's going to wrap up our look at some of the top pro wrestling champions in Africa as we head into 2023. Next, we'll be taking a look at the top stories to watch for in African pro wrestling in 2023. In the meantime, be sure to check out WrestleMap.com for more coverage of African pro wrestling and wrestling from all around the world. And be sure to like this video and subscribe for more.